Originally came to Canada in 2012 for an exchange program where, I met him. I came here originally it was supposed to be for school. I eventually had to return to Brazil to finish my studies, and I came back to be with him in 2014. We were together for, I believe, 10 months before I had to go back to Brazil. And towards the end of that, not even towards the end of that, but I'd say at least like 3-4 months in, we just knew that we wanted to be together. After that, it really came to question, okay, what are we going to do? We have 3 countries to choose from here. And at the time, it made the most sense to stay in Canada because he still had to go to school.
So the immigration issue that the Olalere Law Office helped us with was actually the inland spousal sponsorship program, as well as getting her open work permit throughout that time.
When you're coming in through the sponsorship program, there are 2 kinds: inland sponsorship and outland sponsorship. The outland sponsorship, which I believe is the one that's mostly done, is you apply from outside of Canada and you have to wait outside of Canada while it's processing until they approve you. The inland one, you apply from within Canada. Because we chose to come inland, it's a longer process than the outland. Of course, the good side of it is I get to stay. Like most spouses have to, stay. They end up staying away from each other during the process. However, because it takes so long, you get to have the open work.
So the process for us actually sort of started it would be November 2014. That was when we got married. There was a couple months where we were getting all the documentation together. It was a little difficult for us. So, we involved the Olalere Law Office. We got our application out, I would say it was probably around April of 2015. And then, over the next year, we dealt with the Olalere Law Office a number of times, what for her open work permit or any changes to our address or my workplace. And eventually, we got the positive news in October 2016 that she was approved for her permanent residency.
Wow, I think we cried.
Yeah, we
actually,
did.
Because
yeah.
we were so. It was surreal at the time because ultimately, going through immigration, there's always that question of, what if something goes wrong? So it was the biggest relief we ever felt, probably, because it was so long that we were waiting and we had no idea and this and that. So it was a great sense of relief, and I can't describe how happy we were. We really cried.
Absolutely. One thing people don't understand is that whenever you're in a relationship with somebody else who's of your nationality, it's you kind of take for granted the fact that you can be together. Canada made us prove that we were in love and wanted to be together, and so it was unbelievably satisfying when they finally let us be together unconditionally.
Our experience at the law office was great. I know going through immigration is never a fun thing, but the Olaleres are so nice. They're always so pleasant. I feel like we always stayed more because we ended up just talking about everything else. And everything we had to do went super smoothly. We just, they made it pretty easy. So whatever we needed for business, as far as the immigration process is concerned, was super smooth. One thing I would like to say to the lawyers, as cliche as this sounds at this point, probably is thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
They are a big part for sure of why we made it. We made it through, and they made it easy, and they did a fantastic job. I have nothing bad to say about it. Nothing but good things to say about it. Absolutely, I would recommend the law office. They did an amazing job.